You're listening to the Healthy Living with Diabetes podcast. Welcome. Every week, we share tips and tricks, information, or stories for people who are on their way to managing their chronic illness. We hope we can inspire you to take small steps to make big changes to help you live a healthier life. Thanks for being here.
Episode 2. Put the me in menu.
If you've just been diagnosed with diabetes or pre-diabetes, one of the first things you might be worried about is food, because making healthier food choices is essential to manage diabetes and reduce the risk of diabetes complications. However, meal planning can be hard at the beginning. There are millions of people with diabetes wondering what they can eat. You are not alone in this. In the past, people with diabetes were usually sent away with a list of foods that they were not allowed to eat, or often told to cut out sugar at all. But today, our advice is to make healthier choices more often, and only have treats occasionally and in small portions. Diabetes won't stop you from enjoying your food. Incorporating the occasional sweet treat into a healthful diet can still be okay, but remember, it's best to save sugary foods for an occasionally treat and enjoying them in small portions. Moderation is the key. Let's see how Grace Collins says about moderation. She is a psychiatric mental health practitioner working in San Diego, California, at a company called Achieve.
More is not always more sometimes, right? So as far as moderation goes, I always tell my clients, I try to meet them where they're at, right? So let's say they drink, right? Many of us do. I think many in Madison probably do, right? Big party school. It's okay to drink, right? Some people, their brains don't do well with drinks, right? But for the most part, it's okay. The issue is when it's not in moderation, right? And nothing is sustainable if you are, if you have unrealistic expectations of yourself and of your patients, right? So give yourself a little leeway to allow moderation in your life, whether it comes to alcohol, whether it comes to exercise even, which we just talked about, relaxing versus working, right? Moderation is certainly key. And allow yourself to just be human too. You don't have to be perfect all the time.
Try to make realistic and achievable changes to your food choices so that you can stick with them. This will be different for everyone, depending on what you eat now and what your goals are. No two people with diabetes are the same, so there isn't a special diet that fits everyone with diabetes. Knowing what to eat can be confusing, but a few basic tips have withstood the test of time. Regardless of what cuisine you prefer, here's what all healthy eating plans have in common. They include fruits and vegetables, lean meats and plant-based source of protein, less added sugar and less processed foods. Healthy eating doesn't have to be complicated. By using these simple tips, you can learn how to create an eating plan that is good for your body. There are some simple hacks and swaps will help you choose healthier options and make planning your meals a little easier. These ideas may not look much different from what you eat already, and your favorite recipes and meals can usually be adapted to be healthier without you noticing too much difference. When it comes to managing diabetes, the carbohydrates you eat play an important role. They impact your blood sugar. So, remember that balance is key. There are three main types of carbohydrates in food: starch, sugar, and fiber. As you will see on the nutrition labels for the food you buy, the term total carbohydrate refers to all three of those types. When it comes to choosing foods with carbs, the goal is to choose carbs that are nutrient dense, which means they are rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals, and low in added sugars, sodium, and unhealthy fats. Many people with diabetes often ask a question: can I eat fruit? Of course, whole fruit is good for everyone, and if you have diabetes, it's no different. You shouldn't avoid them because they are sweet. Fruits do contain sugar, but it's natural sugar. The sugar in whole fruit is different from the added sugar in things like chocolate, cookies, or other free sugar found in fruit juices and smoothies. Another heated topic is snacking. In general, snacking can make it harder to manage a healthy weight, which is really important for managing your diabetes. So, if you do feel like a snack, go for a healthier option like carrot sticks or some dark chocolate. There are a lot of simple snack swaps to try. Getting support from your healthcare team is also very important. Go talk to your family and friends about how you are feeling and what they can do to help. If you usually do the cooking at home or someone cooks for you, it can be helpful to go to the Healthy Living with Diabetes food planning class together and talk about small swaps and changes you can make in the kitchen. When you are managing diabetes and pre-diabetes, your eating plan is a powerful tool. But figuring out what to eat can feel like a hassle, right? Well, it doesn't have to, because there are easy things you can do to add flavor to your daily routine, including healthy twists on your favorite foods. You can start by working with a dietitian nutritionist to make an eating plan that works for you. In it, be sure to include the foods you like, and don't be afraid to try something new. Most importantly, remember that eating well and adding activities to your daily routine by moving more are important ways that you can manage your diabetes. Now it's your turn. Take a piece of paper and a pen. Write down what you typically eat every day for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. Make healthy eating plans for each meal. Explore different combinations and implement your plan from the next meal. If you want to learn more about meal planning and get more cooking instructions, you can sign up for a Healthy Living with Diabetes workshop. Thanks for listening today.
Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode. This has been the Healthy Living with Diabetes podcast. We hope that it has helped you, give you a little more hope and inspiration in taking care of yourself and what you need to live healthier. Be sure to check out the links in the description for additional resources. Have a great week and take care.